see up on Killer Miller TV. Just look at us now. I say, yo, boy, there. Hey.
At the end of 23-24 fiscal year, our debt to GDP ratio was at 72%. And I want to recall that in just the last 10 years, we have cut it in half from 144, actually as high as 147% in 2013. So instead of only, paying debt as the primary call on the budget, we have been investing more in essential services and in ensuring that the services that we provide to the people of Jamaica can be expanded and enhanced. And I want to say that this is something which is recognized very positively globally. It is we're now planning to go to the UN next week. That's the next phase of this trip. And the number of organizations, institutions, countries who want to sit with this government to discuss how we have done what we have done in terms of debt management and reform as a small developing country that has survived a crisis that many countries of this world, people lost jobs, businesses went out that have never come back, economies have found themselves more indebted, employment has fallen, or rather unemployment has risen. And Jamaica has the distinction of being a country, one of the very few in the world, that exited the pandemic with lower debt. We now have lower debt than we had before. Our unemployment is lower than we had before. And indeed, we continue to ensure that we grow our economy to do even better for Jamaica. These are things of which we can be proud. We can be very proud. And of course, recognize best practices that can be shared with our brother and sister developing countries as to how it is you can work through crises and chronic economic situations. So I wanted to share, however, though, that economic growth in and of itself has never been a goal of this administration. It has been to be able to deliver more for the people of Jamaica. So, for example, we are modernizing the health sector. Because some of these projects take years, it is very difficult when you recognize that with the removal of health fees at the point of care, that changed the health-seeking behavior of Jamaicans. So a lot more Jamaicans now come to hospital that never used to before. This increases pressure, and we have a system that has been underinvested or not invested in for decades. The last hospital that was built in Jamaica was Maypen in 1975. So we understand where we are. And what is happening now, however, so we are expanding the primary healthcare system. We've renovated about 100 clinics so that people can access care closer to them. We're building in resilience, so solar, water catchment, and ensuring that there is greater comfort so people can feel comfortable about coming to get care. More doctors and nurses in the community clinics, so that, again, people feel that they can get the right care in their communities or close. And this is hopefully going to also reduce some of the pressure on the hospitals. At the same time, we're entirely renovating and reconstructing the Cornwall Regional Hospital. I know sometimes people hear about this, that the figure is what was it I heard the other day? Like $21 billion of corruption and whatever. Not that. When the problem at Cornwall was first recognized, it was estimated at maybe 2 to 3 billion to repair, because it was thought to just be to remove the what you call the asbestos, but the air, it's not air conditioning. There's another term, but I'm tired. I've been traveling long. but the ventilation system, sir, if I had a prize, I would give you ventilation system. But what was recognized is that that was not enough. What has been done is every door, window, every ward, every fitting, every fixture, all electricals, all plumbing, everything, every tile, every ceiling tile, everything has been removed. The external structure and internal structure strengthened with steel and reinforced internally and externally, as well as the creation of 7 new operating theaters, new facilities for nurses and the doctors. Everything is going to be, you might as well call it a new hospital. And at the same time, what is also has been happening, there's a strengthening of the Western health sector. So there's Noel Holmes has gotten some of that, SAV has gotten some of that, and of course the Western Children's Regional Hospital is being constructed on the same property by Cornwall Regional. We also had to scope the cost of removing everyone from the hospital and housing them elsewhere and caring for them elsewhere, which had a cost to it. So there has been no overrun. There has been a rescoping of the health sector in the West, including, of course, an entire reconstruction of Cornwall Regional Hospital. So I want to give you the information because it's not sexy TikTok info. It just doesn't, there's no video I can, 21 video. It's not going to work. But I want you to get the facts. And I think that people who make the effort to come after a day of work to hear, you want to hear facts. I'm giving you them. And I hope that that will help you when you see things pass your social media. Maybe you don't share on, you delete, where it is that it doesn't quite add up. But I also want to share that when I spoke about the strengthening of our health clinics, as we have done about 100 over the past 5 years. But I wanted to mention that 47 of those, that's the most recent number I have been done with diaspora support under the Adopt a Clinic program. Now, I will say that about 30 have come from Florida. Yes. So maybe JCA, we have to start looking at their A's as well, their award. But I also wanted to share with you that there is massive expansion at Spanish Town Hospital. The new lab is already in place. New wards are being constructed